today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 8 of the
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And fights through one man. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. Unfortunately, his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he?
No.
So the plays he didn't make, that's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Back to throw again.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd and 9, Hurts dancing to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jamin Davis able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into the secondary, past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Gibson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Second down at 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Slide for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll set up to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11 now. He'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now back to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Washington on third down.
No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is third down and 12.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Throwing again on second down.
Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 5. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get this started up in Orchard Park, an AFC's matchup with the Jets in town to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Chase Claypool, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And all the way down inside inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So here is Washington now to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week, and they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. And some strong running. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Cressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Moore.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Second and 4.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground with Gibson.
Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And the pressure gets to him again.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Hurts will throw. That's caught. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Gibson again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On second down now, it's Gibson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about